Welcome back. Let's now meet our three guests, all public gold resource companies located in the Yukon Territory. Each company will now have a chance to tell you why their company is close to finding the next big gold discovery. First, we have Mark Fekete, President and CEO of Stakeholder Gold Corp. We have Dingsdale, President and CEO from Taku Gold Corp. And then we have Darwin Green, VP of Explorations from Constantine Metals Resources Ltd. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
So, Mark, let's start with you. What stage are you at with stakeholders in the white gold properties?
Well, we've been fairly active on it over the last few years. In the first year of exploration, we did initial soil sample surveys. We also flew an airborne. That focused us in on one particular area. The second year, we did detailed geochem surveys and trenching. We're at the drill-ready stage right now, and we're looking forward to getting that drilled in the next season.
Can you maybe tell our audience what other projects Stakeholder is working on in the Yukon?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of properties. We've been focused primarily on that white gold area. In addition to Ballarat, we have another 6 or 7 properties in the area. We just finished staking recently what we call the Selwyn River property. We're pretty excited about it. It's about 55 kilometers east of the coffee discovery made by Kaminak. And more recently, there was a discovery by a company called Ethos, and we're about 7 kilometers from that new discovery. That's the white gold area, but we're also active in other parts of Yukon, specifically in the Highland River. We have a property there called Culvert, and we've got some exceptional gold values on that so far, and we're looking forward to that being our number 2 area in Yukon.
What separates you? What makes you unique from all the other companies that are working in the Yukon?
Well, I think people are really important, and contacts are important. You know, I live in Quebec now, but I grew up in Yukon, and I spent the first part of my career as a geologist working in Yukon.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of contacts, both with the contractors, the helicopter pilots, the drill companies, the prospectors. I also know a lot of people that are involved in government, and we don't believe in hiring consultants. We've built our own exploration team, and some of them are quite young, and it's a lot of fun to work with these young people.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Zach, we're on to you. So tell us, why is Taku exploring for gold in the White Gold District?
Well, as Mr. Fekete alluded to, there's been in the White Gold District of the Yukon really what we call a new Yukon gold rush. Yep. And that's been really brought about by a number of new discoveries in the area, first by Underworld Resources and by Kaminak Resources second with their coffee deposit. The one unique thing about both of these discoveries in the area is the prospector that really did the hard work leading up to these discoveries was a gentleman named Sean Ryan, and Sean Ryan won Prospector of the Year this year. We got involved quite early in this new gold rush up in the White Gold District by partnering with Sean Ryan, and have since then partnered with other prospectors in the area to really put together one of the largest land packages in the White Gold District.
What's Taku's land position?
Currently, Taku controls over 76,000 hectares in the White Gold District, and this area would be just south of Dawson City, where the original Klondike Gold Rush of the late 1800s took place.
What exploration has been completed by Taku?
Sean Ryan really pioneered a technology. It's quite simple in its foundations, but it's a real pack and boots type of old school prospecting, based upon soil sampling as a method for exploration. So we've been employing the same sort of methods that he used to make those initial big discoveries in the Yukon. To date, over the last 2 years, we've spent or invested close to $9 million conducting about 40,000 soil samples. We've done trenching, which has resulted in some high-grade gold found on our Portland property. And subsequent to that gold being found in the trenches, we've conducted a drill program, and we're just awaiting results from that exploration program.
What would you say sets Taku apart from other companies exploring the white gold district?
All of our properties, or most of our properties, are road accessible, and when you're working in the far north, accessibility is a key concern. Most of ours are located about an hour drive from downtown Dawson, so it allows us to increase the working season in the Yukon by about a month on either side, as well as cut down on costs.
What makes you a unique investment?
We're currently trading at probably a $7 million market capitalization. We have over $4 million cash in the bank, so quite a healthy treasury.
Yes.
And we're one of the few companies up there that has completed drilling. And from all the exploration efforts that we've done over the last 2 years, for 2012, we actually have 9 new discoveries that are to be drilled in the next upcoming season.
Very interesting. And Darwin, on to you. What made you move into the Yukon?
Well, I guess to start off, not all gold deposits are created equal, and when Taku Resources made the discovery of the Cyrus Zone about this time last year, it was a real game changer for us and for the Yukon. We immediately mobilized and started staking, and now have a 1,000 square kilometer land package up there, really a district scale opportunity.
Okay, well, what makes Carlin-type deposits so unique?
Yeah, good question. Well, they're generally very large and high grade, both things that help you overcome some of the logistical challenges of the north. But also they occur in clusters, meaning if you find one, there's a very good chance you're going to find a bunch more around. Much like in the White Gold District, where they started with one discovery and you're starting to find more around. But for us, the identification of these Carlin systems is huge. If you look at Nevada, which is really the sort of heartland for Carlin-type deposits, they've produced over 100 million ounces of gold, and still they're finding more. There's dozens of these types of deposits scattered over hundreds of square kilometers. They're the type of deposits, they're company-making deposits. They made Newmont, they've made Barrick, and so this, in our view, was one of those once-in-a-decade type opportunities to be able to jump into a brand new district and start fresh.
What would you say is Constantine's competitive edge over everyone else in the Yukon?
Good question. What we did is we actually joined forces with another company called Carlin Gold and a 50-50 JV. And what that did, it brought in their expertise from working in Nevada. We had a lot of expertise working in the north, how to get stakers and how to work up there. These guys had a lot of experience knowing what those deposits looked like in Nevada, where they've been mined for the past 30 years. And what we did is we pooled our resources and scoured all the government databases, geologic databases, to filter it for systems that look similar out there. And this really, it's virgin, untouched territory up there for gold exploration. So it's quite exciting in that respect. And then we went out and staked those opportunities. In
that case, what do you see? What are your plans for the future? Where do you see this going?
Yeah, well, what we did, we started with this great concept, staked, a district scale land package, and then what do you do with it? It's a huge chunk of territory up there. We had teams of people out this summer basically trying to find that needle in a haystack. And we were quite successful. We generated several new gold occurrences, quite significant new gold occurrences. One's up to 6.5 kilometer long, arsenic and gold soil anomaly. And these are we're getting our properties to the stage where Kaminak was a year or two ago and where Taku were a year or two ago, and they're ready for drilling next year.
Thank you, gentlemen. We need to take a quick break right now, but when we return, our gold investment expert, Rob Chang, will keep him honest. So stay tuned and find out whose company Rob thinks is worth your money.